In a world ruled by wealth and power, there was a man, James, a humble carpenter with dreams too big for his own life. But in the eyes of the powerful, he was nothing more than a tool, destined to be used and discarded. His name would never be remembered. His voice silenced by the glittering elites. James had been humiliated, mocked by the rich, ridiculed by those who believed their money could buy everything. In the great halls of high society, he was seen as nothing. A fool, a common laborer who would never amount to anything. One day, as he worked beneath the towering mansions of the rich, a single comment would change everything. "You're nothing but a cog in the machine, James. A broken tool." Those words struck harder than any hammer ever could, but they lit a fire inside him. A fire of rage, a fire that would never die out. For years, James lived in pain, both physical and emotional. The constant struggle, the mockery, the feeling of being beneath the ones who lived with every luxury. But the pain, oh, the pain, it transformed him. It hardened him like steel, forged in the fires of betrayal and contempt. And from the flames, a new James emerged, a man driven by unshakable determination. And so, James fought. He fought in silence, in the shadows. His hands bled, his body ached, but his resolve never wavered. With every drop of sweat, he built something more than just wood and nails. He built a future where he would rise from the ashes, where the powerful would bow before him. Years later, standing tall in a suit that mirrored the very ones who once mocked him, James stood before them. The very same elite, the very same people who had laughed. But now they weren't laughing anymore. Their arrogance, their smugness, they could feel the shift in the air. With a single word, James shattered everything they knew. "It's over." And just like that, everything changed. The power, the wealth, they all came crashing down. The rich had underestimated him. They had seen him as nothing. But James had something they could never buy: heart, grit, and the unwavering belief that he could rise from the ashes. And so, in a twist that none could have foreseen, James became a legend. He proved that no amount of money, no amount of power could ever break the human spirit. He was not just a carpenter, he was a king in the making. And in the end, it was the humble who triumphed, the broken who were made whole. This is the story of James, who was laughed at, pushed down, and humiliated. But through his pain, he rose. And now his name will be remembered, not as a tool, but as a symbol of what it means to fight when the world tells you to stay down. Never forget, you have the power to rise. No matter how low they push you, you can rise.